Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, good morning there, honey. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, let's chant a little japa here. I don't have my music set up. I have the cell phone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Lalita's on her way home from Belgium. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Gora Chandra, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Krishna, 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 Gora, Krishna, Gora, Krishna. Gora Krishna, 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 Gora Krishna. Gora Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Ah, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh my God. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Ah, whew. Let's see here. Let's start again. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Okay. Uh, 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 Murari Guptas, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Charita Maha Kavya. Uh, First, Prakrama. May my Lord be ever victorious. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jesus. All glories to Jesus Christ. May my Lord be ever victorious, whose potencies are immense and immaculate. May my Lord be ever victorious, whose potencies are immense and immaculate. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Let's do this here. Oops, the wrong thing there. Whose luster is glittering gold, whose eyes are as widespread as petals of a lotus, whose beautiful arms extend down to his excellent knees, and who munificently distributes the myriad mellows of devotion while delightfully dancing. Ah, yeah. Yeah, so the Lord, through his dancing, would distribute the mellows, and devotees can do it differently through their singing, through their dancing, through their chanting, through their lectures. It's potent because because they carry the transcendental potency. The transcendental potency, yeah, and that's how they distribute. You know, it's funny. Years ago I read this book. This series of books. I was really attracted to it on my, beginning my spiritual journey. Uh, was called Carlos Castaneda, and there's a lot of, when you look at this stuff is to do with mysticism and these powerful, they call sorcerers and mystics. Anyway, there's these persons who got the ally. See, when the whole thing was about getting the ally, because if you get the ally, you had to conquer the ally. Then you get these powers. You get stronger. You get more powerful, more than a human being. So the whole thing, the whole journey was to get the control of the ally. And the ally was very powerful and would resist it. And they actually, this is the theme of many movies, is you got to get the like in a hero's journey in these Greek mythologies, you have to get well, even in modern day movies, you have to get control of the dragon or something, and it becomes your, your superpower. And yeah, so anyway, you had to get the ally. And so when you got the ally, you would also get some kind of special power, and it would actually influence people. It would give you power over people. See, so anyway, that's the reflection. And so this one guy had this power, and he was, see, this was in Mexico, and the whole story is about Mexico. And this guy was like a flamingo dancer, with his tap dancers like this, and he would get this power, and he would, by conquering the ally. So he's a great sorcerer, mystic and all this. And so he would do his dance. He could do whatever he wanted to do to influence the people, and gave him a power over, like a superpower. So that's very similar when you you conquer Krishna, see, and so the only way is to conquer Krishna is by devotion. So he becomes the ally. That's why Jesus used the analogy that if you get the Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit will be your counselor, will be your, like, your superpower, it'd be your it would make you, because everybody without this connection to source, they're kind of crippled in this world, because Maya cripples us. Attachment to Maya and belief in Maya and faith in Maya cripples us. See, but faith in Krishna's transcendental reality and potency. All I want is love of God. The power is effortless within the divine connection. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look at that right now. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, the Holy Spirit of devotion, it makes one complete. It makes one whole. So Lord Chaitanya demonstrated that. He would chant the mantras, he would chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and devotion would awaken his heart. That's that superpower. That's that devotion is the power. Matter of fact, the Vedas say Radha is the power of Krishna. So it's his inspiration. It's his, like in this world, people have music, this thing, like inspiration for writers and artists, is they have a muse. Usually this some kind of celestial being, they have a muse, they give them some inspiration to write mundane books. Well, anyway, that's all the reflection of the truth. This is, we want the Holy Spirit. We don't want some muse spirit within the material creation, because they're not trustworthy. Just like, the ally, getting the ally, it still gives you a mundane experience of this power. It's kind of like training. Ultimately, we're meant to get this like Lord Chaitanya, the spirit of devotion, so that when we chant the holy names, devotion arises. Lord Chaitanya was really big on this. He said, you can go to all these holy places there. There's basically, in the holy places, there's monkeys, they're vegetarians, there's dacoits there. There's everything there, but not necessarily is it spiritual. He said, unless Krishna arises in the heart when you go to holy places, there's no real big result. I mean, some result. I mean, a lot of people are happy. They're happy with getting results of some kind of maybe even Brahman bliss when they go to the holy places, or they go there because they just want to dump their sins and then go back, to the cities and go back to their life like this. Um, so they have these lesser goals and desires. That's why we must meet the real devotees, because so they stimulate us and they point us to the real goal of life, which is the arising of you could say, devotion in the heart. And that's the only way to conquer Krishna. There's no other way. See, and so then you need to say, okay, and devotion is very hard to attain. You can do austerities for millions of lives and still not attain devotion to Krishna. Um, yeah, you can do many lifetimes. It's still not. Krishnadas Kaviraj said that you can chant Hare Krishna mantra for millions of lives, but if there are offenses there, see, offenses. If there's lack of offenses, means also lack of affection. If there's lack of affection there, then it's like you will not get prema. Prema is this devotion, and devotion conquers Krishna. See, and conquering Krishna means you understand Krishna, you associate intimately with Krishna, you have picnics with Krishna, like in Vrindavan Devotees illustrates is a metaphor for being close to Krishna, eating with Krishna, sleeping with Krishna. Like Arjuna, it says they sleep on the same bed. Well, we're always doing that, but there's a veil there that's keeping us from that realization and that understanding. Uh, yeah. So, yeah. Where were we here? Okay. Yeah. May my Lord be ever victorious. And the Lord will be. If we take shelter of the Lord, He'll be victorious. That Lord will protect us. See, so if He's your Lord, is Lord Chaitanya your Lord? See, are the devotees your family? See, that's why the whole idea to have a devotional family, to have a spiritual master, to have real disciples. You notice when you have that, then you have a real family, a real role model. Just like when we're born in the world, you know, in the world, you have a mother and father. And at first, the child identifies the mother and father as themselves. And basically, we're all devotees of the Lord, of the spiritual potency, but you need role models. You need people that are spiritually awakened and advanced. Yeah, you need people spiritually awakened and advanced to associate with. Let's see, how do I do this here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, you need, yeah, and by that association, then you learn what devotional service is. You're influenced by that. I was watching TikTok today, and there was a video. This guy talked about influence and the influencers in the world, and he was using it as kind of a bad connotation, because generally when you're the influencers in the world, they have mundane goals, and they have mixed motivations, material motivations in influencing people. See, they don't think like pure devotees. Pure devotees who have pure devotion, they're rich people. And they're not thinking like, how can I benefit off people? How can I, mix my influence uh, with benefiting people, but also kind of, benefiting myself and all that stuff. And so it's not pure. See, it's not pure, and it's a reflection of the truth. The reflection is a devotee is basically thinking the same way. A devotee that is engaged in pure devotional service is thinking, yeah, how can I help the world and benefit myself? But it's different then see the different understanding. See the different understanding you get from worshiping Krishna, like Bhagavad Gita 10:10, with pure prema. Your understanding is different about that. See, a person is thinking, how can I materially benefit myself by influencing people? And I got to give them something. I got to give them some product. I got to give them some content. But it's usually mundane and material. And they're thinking, but how can I material benefit from that? So the devotees, in a sense, are thinking the same thing, but they're standing under conceptions that are more pure, that are not more pure, they are pure, you know? So devotees also thinking, well, how can I benefit the world and benefit myself? See, and so the devotees get the deepest revelations, and that's what you get from a real guru. If you're his disciple and friend, they're going to share what they get, what they understand, and what their understanding comes often spontaneously too, like many of these teachings here. Or what am I going to get? What's the best way I can benefit the world with the best reward for myself? See, but that's actually not. If you can't. It's not the same as a materialistic type person that isn't awakened yet. The devotee is saying, okay, the highest benefit I can get is prema. The highest benefit I get is closeness with Krishna, more intimacy. See, the devotee's he's very wealthy, but he wants more. They become spiritually greedy, just like a materialist. $1 billion is not enough for Bill Gates. He needs 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. See, devotees it's the same, but with the spiritual potency, which is real wealth. The goddess of fortune's real wealth is this her love for God, ever expanding, ever fresh love for God, and to get more of that. See? So how can I benefit? Devotees thinking, how can I benefit the world and get more of that? See, that's what Lord Chaitanya brought. He came and he preached devotional service by practicing himself and relishing it himself publicly. In this way, he could benefit the world. That's the idea of Sankirtan, public chanting by real devotees, especially. Okay? How can I benefit the world and also benefit myself? See, and that's not selfish materially. It's selfish spiritually. And that's good. That's why they use terms, the Goswamis, the highest devotees use terms like spiritual greed. Greed is usually a bad word, but when it's to do with Krishna, be greedy for more love of God, that's a sign of symptom of advancement. Eagerness, see, not eagerness for the material wealth and worldly endeavors, but eagerness to commune and connect closer with Krishna by hearing, chanting, remembering, and so on. Lusty, see, lusting, you want Krishna. See, it's pure because it's to do with the Lord. The lust for the world is not like that. So everything is like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Nice. Krishna Hari Hari. May my Lord be ever victorious. Oh, I love that. Be ever victorious. Okay. And this is what the world needs to know, man. You want to be victorious in this world? You want to be a victor over your unhappiness, the threefold miseries? People don't know what the threefold miseries. They need to study Bhagavad Gita under the guidance of a liberated soul, so that you can understand, these and answer these questions. Everybody has, because nobody teaches us these things. Unless you connect with a real disciplic line, everybody is in ignorance of the essential facts of life. The important things like the threefold miseries are plaguing everybody, even the rich people. The elites there, they are under the influence of the threefold miseries. See, again, the influence. Oh yeah, let me complete that. Yeah, they're under the influence of the threefold miseries. So the guy on TikTok was saying influence. So the influence is like a flu that you catch by association. See, even the reflection, people know that, but they're thinking about getting materially benefited. See, so you also see you need an influencer, spiritual influencer who's actually really spiritual, not a mundane guru pretending to be a spiritual influencer, and there's no influence. You see, there's no flu, there's no transmission. You catch a flu by transmission, by association. So if I'm, people, you ISKCON devotees, you Gaudiya Samiti, you got to start thinking straight if you want to advance. You got to ask questions. Hey, man, I've been like Shamarani, for example. Shamarani, you should be asking. You've been with Narayana Maharaj for 25 years preaching, and he's preaching Radhe, 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 and all of these confidential conclusions of, or trying to preach them, I guess. But there's no influence. There's no flu. How come you're not an ecstatic devotee with tears pouring out of your eyes? Why don't you have some prema like my students here? See, where the influencer that you're listening to, Narayan Raj or Jai Pataka or Radhanath, they cannot transmit this this influence of bhakti. That is the essence. And if you're with ISKCON or Gaudiya Smiti or Radhakund Babaji's, like my ex-wife was, and yeah, yeah. And by the way, if anybody doesn't like these personal naming names, then you're not a personalist, man. You cannot learn bhakti. You have no ability. You're an impersonalist. You want to say, why does he mention name? Yeah, because you're an impersonalist. You don't want to hear names. You don't want to hear the names. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Daksha, he's got a name, man. He's a person, man. Lord Shiva, he's a person, right? We all have all names. Oh yeah, just keep it in the book. But no living examples. No, everything. Let's read Bhagavatam. Let's teach Bhagavatam, but let's teach it impersonally. Oh, don't name any names. That's too personal. Oh yeah, this is a very personal philosophy. Yeah, and my ex-wife, is off. That Johan, that guy over there, is way off, man. Big false ego. He's completely inconclusive, man. He rejected guru. That means he's a guru operati, and that's it, man. Just open and shut case. That's an easy one. He's a hypocrite. 6 years saying he was my disciple, and then in the end he says, well, actually, I wasn't really your disciple. Complete hypocrisy. He is what he is. He is how he acts. He acts like a hypocrite. He acts like a liar. He acts like a cheater and a deceiver. That's him. See? And until he admits that, he's stuck. That's his principality is controlling him and deceiving him and lying to him. See? And he's believing that. See? So don't go over there, because that kind of influence you don't want. You don't want to get that flu of hypocrisy. You don't want to get that flu. See, that flu, that transmission of contamination, which will destroy your bhakti like it's destroyed his and everybody else in his association. The guy's so completely materially arrogant. See, influence. What influence do you want? You want that influence? You want the influence to be with ISKCON for 40 years? Many of the people, 50 years now, they're with these ISKCON gurus and no ecstatic devotion, no prema, man. Devotees here sometimes after a day or a week, they got the awakening of ecstatic devotion. And the Lord doesn't wait for them to be purified completely. They get purified in due course. The Lord said, "No, let me give them a big taste of prema, and let them be inspired to follow the path of Raganuga. Real Raganuga Bhakti is here, being preached here, but nowhere else." Narayana Maharaj, what was your Raganuga Bhakti? Where's the Raganuga, man? Where's the prema? No, nowhere to be seen. It's just a bunch of talk over there. That's just the truth, man. Hey, man, where's the action? Where's the influence? He's talking Raganuga, all the Radhakumbhavi, Raganuga, Radhi, but no influence, no ecstatic devotion, nowhere to be seen. So that's in a sense bogus, man. You're not what you are, man. There's a hypocrisy there. Everybody, you should give that all up there and come and get real. Is there anybody with spiritual greed out there? Does anybody want real bhakti? That you can see here every day, that devotees and the guru chants with the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, with ecstatic love. Yeah. Ooh, I gotta go off here. Okay, what else we got here? Keep coming back to this. This. All right, I'm going to read these things. They had the Maya vags against the supreme influence of Krishna and truth. Supreme influence of Krishna and truth. So their preaching is inconclusive and dry. So they had the Maya vags against the supreme influence of Krishna and truth. Yeah, but that's a little inconclusive there. That's why I keep coming back to you, Andromeda. Something Krishna wants me to look at this, I think. Okay. Yeah, that's a little inconclusive. You see, you cut out the guru. Without the guru, see, you just want to cut out the guru. I wonder why. What is this? Without the influence of Krishna and the truth? Yeah, the truth comes from guru, man. You should be promoting that more instead of the direct thing about Krishna. I was just wondering why you're doing that. Because if you're in the real line, but let me ask you a simple question. So maybe this is a bit of a hot seat, but I don't know. Do you think you need a guru there, Dramana? Do you think, or are you already connected with Krishna and you don't need anything like that, or you just? Can you answer that just honestly? Just give me a thing, because by how you express yourself, you don't know the glories of guru, man. Because if you do, then you would say, yeah, by the influence of guru's teachings, because otherwise you wouldn't know these things. Nobody would know these things. That's why if you don't, uh, give it where it belongs, because the guru is connected with Krishna and their mercy is to give you what Krishna is giving them. See, and then when you get that mercy, there's appreciation there, and there's that's why you see the ones who are really getting it, like Govinda and like Lalita and and others here too. They're getting. I could see they're on the right track because they see how important Guru's influence. They don't just cut him out of the picture. It's kind of like when a neophyte disciple of Prabhupada um, said, Prabhupada, aren't we fortunate that Krishna came to us? He completely cut the guru out. And Prabhupada got very mad, he said, no, you're, I don't know if he was mad or what, but anyway, he said this. He said, no, you're fortunate that Guru came and gave you Krishna, because that's how it is, man. You don't get the real Krishna somewhere else. See? Yeah. So and this is a big one. A lot of people want to go directly to Krishna for whatever reason. They may think they don't need a guru. They think they have a guru that doesn't give them really anything. Not like this. They don't even know what this is, because their gurus can't show them and teach them these things. Okay, let's see here. Drama replying. Taking away tears and ecstasy to preach better. How is that better? Yeah, that's okay. You said ex-wife's guru took her bhakti to preach. No, I never said that about her. Yeah, I said this story many times about some other person. Yes, having a living guru is incomparable. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's an important point because a lot of people they don't understand this point. Yeah. So yeah, when you go to like on the Ritvik path or these living gurus, which are not really living yet, the life is this prema, this devotion. That's the power of preaching. Without prema, you can't really preach conclusive things that make a difference in people's life. I mean, a real difference, a spiritual difference. A spiritual influence to get them to get to the path of prema. You saw when I put Narayana Maharaja's video up the other day, he was trying to get people to chant by saying, this will make you an important person. This will make you, uh, get you money, whatever you materially want. He was trying to induce people to chant like that. So where's the spiritual influence? That or you're just dealing with a very low level of persons. But why are you preaching Raghunuga Bhakti and all these confidential pastimes and truths of the Goswamis? If you're trying to influence a crowd of people that are coming to Krishna for material motivations, to chant the Hare Krishna mantra for material motivations, which is actually sinful. Why are you doing that? See, this is the hypocrisy. This is the contradiction. Here, on one hand, we're Raghunuga Bhaktas. We're going to talk about the most intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna and the Goswamis. All these intimate things, and we're going to memorize all the verses and act like we're Raghunuga Bhaktas. But the crowd I'm preaching to, I can't even induce them to chant purely. I can't even induce them that, hey, the goal of life is ecstatic love of God. They ain't going to care for it. See the hypocrisy in that. That's why there's no love of God in the Raj group. As well as because they didn't teach that level. The same thing with Radha and Babaji. They talk all these high concepts, but do they show anything? Do they demonstrate anything? Do they demonstrate their intimate realization by sharing this love of God with others? My ex-wife didn't get it for after 25 years. Of leaving this path, but my students are getting it. So they can't even think straight. It's amazing. They can't even, these people, when they're not awakened, they cannot even logically deduce anything. They think what I'm saying is offensive just because I mention their names because of the personal thing. Truth is no respecter of persons. Saints say that, man. The truth is going to set you free. It's no respecter of persons. I don't care what Dota you have. I don't care if there are a million people following you. Truth is truth. It's relevant to you, to Narayana Maharaj, to the Radhakund Babajis, to Gohari Das, to the whole universe. That's why if you realize this really self-realized person, you are the verses. You are the verses personified. You are the highest truth distinguished from illusion, because that's what comes out of your mouth, no matter what, without compromise. The highest truth distinguished from illusion. And the illusion is everywhere. The only truth, according to Lord Chaitanya, we read, is perfect truth, validated by real devotees, is there's nothing that exists except bhakti. So in other words, you don't have any existence, really. You're not existing. Existing means you exist forever, not temporarily, and your soul is unawakened, and you're in a body identifying. Oh, I'm Bill. I'm Bob. I'm Jane. I'm these concepts, and I'm the mind. I'm my material speculations. See, that's why you got to hear from a devotee, man. You hear the mind of God, which they've taken on, man. They put on the mind of God, see, which is the conclusive nature and truth of Krishna that they ascertain because they're worship the Lord with prema and love, and the Lord gives them that kind of help. And then they give you that kind of help if you accept their training and their teachings. See, that's how you get purified. Jesus told his disciples, you are clean by the word I've spoken to you for 3 years. You are cleansed. Therefore, just go into the temple and the Holy Spirit will come upon you. See? That's real guru, man. You got a guru like that, man. Their word cleanses you because it's the absolute truth, man. It's ascertained by ecstatic devotion that they have. And that's why you don't see, I see, oh yeah, Narayana Maharaj, you have ecstatic devotion? Well, why aren't you preaching like that? Why aren't you influencing people with prema anywhere if you're going Radhe, Radhe, Radhe? That path ain't real. Yeah, I'll put you up in a minute there, Noodles. Yeah, that path ain't real. See, so you're yeah, yeah. So that's how you ascertain these things, and people call that offensive. No, it's called personalism, and truth is no respecter of persons. We're here to demonstrate that. We're here to plant that flag of truth in this world because the whole world is going to pot. Literally is going to pot. They're taking drugs, man, suiciding now, doing all kinds of weird things. Yeah, stay on there, Noodles. I'll get you up there in a little bit. Yeah, kind of on a roll right now. I feel like rolling down the road, man. Yeah. The whole world is going to pot because they don't understand the value of truth. We gotta really, the truth is what sets you free. The truth is what purifies you. That's why you see in Lord Chaitanya's preaching, he went to South India. And you can all read this here because everything I say is actually in the book. Everything they say is a bunch of speculation. That's all I've heard there with all of those guys. That's why there's no love of God there, but plenty of love of God here. Plenty of spiritual advancement here. People advancing, getting drunk on the name and stuff like that. So the truth is what sets you free. Lord Chaitanya goes to South India. And his method of preaching, he showed the ecstatic worship, and every people became curious. They said, "Oh, really? How do I get this?" He said, "Abandon all your opinions." Well, he just taught that way. Yeah, yeah, you gotta abandon that path, man. That Buddhism, look, you'd followed Buddhism for 40 years or 10 years. Look at you. You're still dry. You want this path, man? Do you want this intimacy demonstrated here? Do you want to have this ecstasy, this happiness that's not of this world? Well, hey, man, give up that path and take up these conceptions here that Lord Chaitanya ascertained by this ecstatic worship, and they're beautiful. And as you hear them more, the more purified you get, the more understanding you get, the more happy you become, the more ecstatic you become, the more like your guru you become. And then you go right into the same consciousness your guru is. Isn't that what happens here? Do you notice? See, you notice that stuff when I comment on it, because that's what's happening. It is as it is. It's an as it is philosophy. It's as it is living reality here and nowhere else. Everybody is on this superficial rah-rah trip. They're trying to influence and inspire people about mundane gurus and mundane persons that they say are so great, but there's no symptom of greatness. The greatness, you want to be great in the eyes of Krishna, right? Don't you want to be great in the eyes of the Lord? Isn't Jesus said, I do things to please God and not man. I'm not an ass kisser, a people pleaser. I do things to please the Lord. So he knew what pleases the Lord. Truth pleases the Lord. Conclusive understanding pleases the Lord. And if you're an ecstatic worshiper and you preach that, you liberate people, because people believe your word is the first time they get purified of all these mundane conceptions that are keeping them weighted down in this material existence. Is called ignorance. Okay? There's ignorance in all of these Vaishnava groups, and proof is there's no ecstatic love, because that's the only existence in this world is real bhakti. Otherwise, you don't exist. Not in the end. God is saying, for me, you don't exist. You don't exist. You're in the cycle of birth and death. Oh, that's not real. Oh, what? The identifying as Joe Blow? You've been Joe Blow this life, and next life you're going to be John Doe. Everybody's a John Doe, We don't know who this person is. You see, everybody is in the morgue. They're John Does. We don't know this person. That's you, man. That's you. That's everybody in this world that's not awakened, man. You're a John Doe in the morgue in the material world. You're dead, man. You're dead from the get-go, and you're going to die again. Your existence is in the modes of nature, which is just a temporary existence. It's not worthy for the soul. The soul is pure love, pure love for the transcendental Lord, man. It gets you out of the morgue and being a John Doe in the morgue of the material world. That's it, man. Everybody's a John Doe. We don't know who this person is. Of course, nobody knows who anybody is. You think you know your husband, you think you know your son or wife, anything. You don't know anything. You're existing with a fake make-believe Disneyland existence. You have no real existence, man. You're living a lie. You're living a deception. You see, that's called illusion. Okay, Noodles. I could go on, but I think we'll give Noodles a chance. Give us a word, Noodles.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Maharaj. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm full of piss and vinegar.
Govinda is here.
Hey, Govinda. Hey, you enjoying yourself over there at Bonnie's and Noodles?
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
really sweet. Yeah, it was such a great time. Horizontal most of the time, just horizontal bhajans.
Yeah, really? Drunk, huh?
Yeah. How's your jaw, your tooth, your thing fell out? Is that
Oh, yeah.
okay?
I went to the dentist. He said I got to get a new one. It's just old, worn out, so it may fall out again. I'm being careful with it. So now I'm eating soft things just so it doesn't fall out. I don't want to take a chance. So I'm eating sprouts. I'm going alkaline diet now. Lots of sprouts. Because we're electrical beings, and you just put a lot of the sprouts and healthy things like alkaline vegetables and stuff in your
Okay.
body. Yeah. This sickness was a big boon, much to the unhappiness of Johann. He was trying to go hard, should be more snake. And he goes like this. Johann says, that going hard, he's going to get sicker. Him and that Lilita going to get sicker because of offenses to him, right? They're going to get sicker. And he goes, he's sitting there so sick. The guy's been sick for years and he's getting worse. What
Yeah,
an
man.
idiot.
Yeah, he's
I,
complete foolishness. Complete foolishness, man. Yeah. We just keep
can
getting
you
boon after
imagine?
boon, boon
Yeah,
after
yeah,
boon
yeah,
is just coming
yeah.
from you all the
Yeah.
time, man.
This sickness was been great for me because I don't drink coffee now. So I got to get off coffee, milk, and all these things, and better diet because I fasted, man. A lot of stuff came out. Yeah, so Krishna, it uses everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and you're on the way to America next few days?
Yeah. In a few days, on the 8th, gonna catch a plane right on the eclipse, man. We're gonna go at the most inauspicious time. Let's see if Krishna will change everything. We want to test the Lord.
No worries, Guru Maharaj. Be all right. Be sound.
Worry?
No problem.
I don't care. You know, it's all wonderful. The whole thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. May we have victory. If we take shelter of the Lord, He counteracts all inauspiciousness. That's the thing. Like in 10th canto, Vasudev asked about the welfare of Nanda in Vrindavan. Yeah, are things going well for you? Oh, well, actually, how can things not go well for you? Those who do their duties of hearing, chanting, and remembering about Vishnu, they counteracts all inauspiciousness. This is what the world needs to know. But you need to have attachment to do that. See, then you get the real result. Otherwise, it's just playing games. You're speculating. You don't really know the glories of the truth. You just don't know the glories of the truth. But when you're attached, like those residents of Vrindavan were attached to Krishna, oh man, then it works, man. Man, Krishna oh wow, you really love me, man. Wow, you're really attached to me. Well, I gotta protect you, man, because I'm all you got. You're not looking over there for protection. You're looking for me. See, God loves that stuff. He's personal, man. He loves to be loved. It's our best option.
That's that's exactly you hit the nail on the head. Everybody's coming from this impersonal thing. They want no names, but that carries on to the mantra. They don't want the name of the mantra. They want
Yeah,
mundane names. So that's a great
yeah,
realization. The impersonal thing. Got to keep it personal, because no
yeah.
one
Keep
wants
it
that. They're
personal.
trying to cover. Yeah,
You look really different now, man. Something's changed in you completely. Something changed in you.
something's really, really changed just the last few months as well. I feel deeper and deeper into this transcendental bliss, and really,
Yeah,
it's getting deeper. It's
yeah. It's amazing.
He's
See, Krishna's
definitely
here.
different Govinda. He's definitely a different Govinda from what we have known.
Yeah. You see, yeah. Lalita too. She's well. A lot of everybody is kind of going deeper. Lalita is really going deep, man. She's like amazing, man. This is like phenomenal. It's like to have her association for 6 months. It was amazing,
yeah,
man. Yeah. The devotees here are very special. All of them, actually. And it's the Lord sends real jewels here. So what else? What's going on over there? Anybody want to share?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do not know. There's so much. I don't know where to start. I mean, it is all over the place again, as usual. So, yeah, but with Govinda here, I think there are few. I wanted to ask certain things, Maharaj. I've just had some feelings pop up, but I'm not sure if it's right or wrong. So I thought I'd confirm with you. So, I always listen to songs, I've told you, of a particular devotee. So it happened that Govinda was curious to know about, so his disciplic line and all of that. So it follows to Ramananda Raya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was this particular devotee who wrote so many songs, like in different moods. Ramadas, he was actually uh, his guru was initiated by Ramananda Raya, they say. So
By who?
I was
By who? By who?
Ramananda
Ramananda.
Raya.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
so he's a pretty old one, like around 1600s, 1500s, 1600s era during the that Bhakti cult. So I just wanted, you always say, right, Maharaj, living Bhagavat, book Bhagavat, and the Lord kind. So it's like, if you are, it just occurred to me, you are my living Bhagavat, and then book Bhagavat reading, or that it never synced with me. It was always listening to the songs. Could it be that that's my book Bhagavat, the songs, or
Oh,
that
it's smart. Yeah, Book Bhagavat is the conception of bhakti. So in the song, or a verse is meant to be sung. Actually, it's a song. Bhagavad Gita was a song of God, so it's always a song. So the verse in the book Bhagavat and the verse in a song, if they're conclusive, then then it's the same. It's the same. That's why Lord Chaitanya would transmit bhakti through song, or devotees would sing the conclusive understanding of Krishna, and it would transmit to others because it's conclusive. It's about the glories of this relationship with the Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, because I always used but the understanding that I have of those songs now is totally different than what I used to have earlier. I used to always listen to those. I was always attracted to his songs. It was mostly Ramadas songs that I used to listen, but I never used to. I used to feel. Oh, so it's vibrating my eye. Um, this doesn't. It just starts twitching,
What?
Maharaj. So my left eye,
That's
it
okay.
twitches.
Let it twitch. Let it twitch. That's all. It's okay. It's part of this.
Yeah, so I used to feel something, but I couldn't name that. I never understood the feeling, and then nor would I understand the depth of the songs or what actually it's saying. But then now when I listen, it's all about, he keeps telling you can't achieve him by rituals, and he needs love, he gives love. That's how you get it. And he says, Jogi is basically like guru. There is a song where he says, you just can get it through guru's mercy, and things like that. I mean, I've heard it before, but never made sense. I mean, I couldn't really understand anything out of it. Yeah, so I just wanted to ask that. And then uh, it's
Well,
it's like I can see.
wait. Let's finish that. Also, yeah, and also like guru can be in the song, because if you hear a song sung and it awakens your heart, devotion in your heart, that's guru. See, the Lord is using that person. That's why Prabhupada said, if you would just transmit things as they are, that's like being guru. But people don't do it because of speculation and by their example. If I'm acting as guru like this, but I'm not really guru, and then I have to speculate on the philosophy to justify my position. See, that's still illusion. That's why it doesn't work. But if you're actually guru, and you transmit either in song or in a lecture the as it is verse, and it touches people because it's true, then that's guru. So even in a song, that song could be guru transmitting. And if it affects your heart, that's Krishna saying, oh, wow, I like listening to this person.
Yeah, yeah. It's because I tried reading, but it never gives me that pleasure that I get out of this. I'm just stoned listening to. I can just continue. It's getting to a point where I feel like stopping it and going and cooking or attending or doing my work is like a pain to me. I don't feel like doing it. I just want to go on and on. Sometimes I just keep looping over a song over and over and over. I can't just get enough of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. It's awesome, man. Just, yeah, so do as much as you can do and,
Yeah.
put the prescribed duties on the back burner and just do those as fast as you
Yeah. And this is another thing,
can.
Maharaj. I wanted to, when I came to you, I had my own material, reasons and stuff, to be upfront and honest. I thought, I wanted my quality of life materially to improve as well. And then I found I could maybe
You
get
like
that
that I
way.
said you do
But
it on
then now it
this.
has taken, but now that is like, I don't care if it happens or not. What I got here is more precious than that. And then, yeah, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's that, yeah, that's.
Yeah, yeah. What happens if what happens?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So I mean to say, when I started listening, I thought I'd get some material benefit out of this as well.
Yeah,
So, but
yeah, of
but
course.
over time, the desire is purified. Even if, I surely see that it has my materially also I'm doing quite well and all of that. But even if otherwise, when there are ups and downs, even if there are downs, I do not get affected by it. It is not just that now. That's taken a back seat now. There is this love and going back, that's that. And what it's, I'm always blissful, Maharaj. I'm like, I'm in that state where, I everything else is like, it's there floating in the cloud kind of a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's great, man. That's awesome.
I
Where's
I
Fani today?
So he's upstairs. He's actually listening. He's upstairs listening. Maybe he'll pop. He will hear this. Maybe come down or something.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
You see, Perry. He's with Vinda actually. Vinda seemed a bit pissed off at me.
Oh.
uh, and yeah, that's and this morning, Maharaj, actually from past 3 days I was thinking, I might get a darshan of him in my dreams, and it's all mixed up. I can't really see anything clearly, and I was thinking, why are you doing this to me? I'm longing to have, see you or some. And then suddenly all a crap alert. It's like, crap is coming out. I have this stupid underlaying. I don't know from where. It's not that I was thinking on it. The moment I thought, like, I want to have you in dream, or I want
Yeah,
to, feel you more. There is this pent up stuff that's inside, coming up all of the sudden. It's like purification, like you say. But I don't know, out of the blue, I was not even thinking of anything but to actually go give a crap alert to Perry, or to Funny. It's like it's coming up. But I like this now, because whenever this happens, it more intensifies later on. I feel his presence much more.
yeah, yeah. That's great. Yeah, and that's why it has to come out. So yeah, you're on track. Yeah. Okay, all right. So I'm going to take you guys down because I've got this new thing now. I want to be more. Everybody kind of, occasionally, like now, coming up and all that. But I want to stay on track of my preaching and sharing. Yeah, and
Yes,
when I
sure.
have too many people, I kind of everybody should more or less have their own kind of show. I think that's what I find, and yeah, so yeah, and because then I can get into my flow, and everybody can get into their flow, and that's what works. I stopped doing that for a while, but I think I got to start doing that again, see how that works. Okay, so thank you very much, Noodles and Govinda, and we'll see you down. Okay, back to the thing here. All right. Oops. Where were we with this? May my Lord be ever victorious, whose potencies are immense and immaculate. See, immaculate, pure, immaculate conception, pure conception. Isn't that great? I love that, man. Immaculate. And that's when you, again, when people are worshiping with prema, devotion, your conceptions, your understanding becomes immaculate also. And that's what you share. And that's why people get purified. They're so used to hearing speculations from their teachers who are not immaculate because of bhakti, because of devotion. Like in chapter, let's see, I got it up there too. Yeah. In chapter 1 of the Bhagavatam, it says, this Bhagavad Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. See, you cannot understand the Bhagavatam unless you're pure in heart. And pure in heart comes by this bhakti, this pure bhakti, this awakening, this mercy of Lord Chaitanya, this devotion. See, this is all the target. See, and when that awakens, your ignorance is destroyed. See, and that's how you become guru for others. When you have real devotion, you have the right conception, the clear conception, the logical conception of the absolute truth. And whoever listens to your witness, to your understanding, also gets this bhakti. They become part of the family. That's how a disciplic line was. Lord Chaitanya, he would preach to people in South India. He would preach to people in South India, and they would get the attachment to chanting. And then they would go to their village. They would make progress by chanting and hearing, and they would become more advanced, and they would become spiritual teachers and then masters. And so Krishnadas Kaviraj says in that narration that this was a disciplic line in a nutshell. This was how you get a real disciplic line. That's why that it could be that simple. Somebody who is deeply attached, purely attached to Krishna's name and pastimes, develops, matures, and then shares that with others and becomes spiritual teacher and spiritual master. And then you do that and pass it on, pass this gift on. That's a disciplic line. And when the attachment to the Lord becomes non-existent, see, now you got no existence without attachment to the Krishna, then the line is broken. See, the line, the real line, is kept intact by attachment to Krishna. See, because when the line is broken because of lack of attachment and devotion to Krishna awakened, what happens? Speculations. See, then you take the books from the acharyas that are meant to be carried through a disciplic line, become contaminated with speculation. Isn't that what we're seeing with Prabhupada's books? Because these persons, these Jayadvaitas, see another personal name, this Jayadvaita, I listened to him. The guy has no devotion, very arrogant guy, just didn't make any advancement, probably a lot worse than he started, because he took a position as guru, man. He's not qualified, and he's changing Prabhupada's books, feeling good about it. See? And that's what happens. Lack of devotion. Then there's so much speculation that gets in these books. Basically, it destroys the movement. So the only thing, see, the movement of devotion, it's just gone. There's all of a sudden the books are all hacked up. Yeah. So somebody that has devotion, unless ISKCON, admits that they don't know real bhakti is, and they come to those who have real bhakti, then their line is finished, man, because it'll get worse and worse and worse until, and then right, even now real devotees are not welcome. Ask anybody if they would allow any of us to give a class in ISKCON. You can't even get to a temple if you mention Gohari's name. Is that bad? Well, that's just the state of the conditions. They are so adverse to bhakti. So what is the point of even going there? What is the point of that? What, to follow a bunch of rules and regulations, by unqualified gurus who are very questionable in their dealings? What is the point? See? Well, we tell you what the point is. The point is to be in a real disciplic line with a person who has real prema, real devotion, who's preaching the real understanding of the absolute truth. Hey, that's the point. And so it points you to the real goal of life, life's ultimate goal, love of God, love of Krishna. See, which you develop very fast when you're influenced by a devotee who has the flu of love of God, and they transmit that influence of love of Krishna to others, just like it always works. If you don't have at least one person with love of Krishna in this world, then there's no preaching of love of Krishna, because only a person who actually has love of Krishna can preach it with proper realization, understanding, logic, and love, real love. There's nobody else that can. Can you understand that point? When Lord Chaitanya was ready to disappear, he was thinking, man, I want to keep this love of Krishna going. Narottam, you come down and do it. See, Narottam came and he preached ecstatic love. Srinivas was called too to come down. We read the pastime. The Lord brought him into this world to preach love of Krishna, prema, the path of prema, and they did. Shamananda also. They came, those three men came and kept it going for a while. And we're reviving this again. You notice? Boldly, solidly, logically, ecstatically. We have all those powers to set this standard back on this earth. When people start to respect this bhakti and see how valuable it is, and that we're teaching by the real book here, see, then they will be delivered, because they'll come to the real path, man. See, to the real goal of life. Real goal of life is not Varnashram Dharma. Come on, man. If you're thinking that way, your gurus can't do anything for you. It shows you they can't advance you beyond that. Okay, what else we got? You have the fire, you fan it with the word, my life is on fire. That's my fire, life fire is here. Joanna is getting stupider by the day. Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? We didn't get past the immaculate. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing immaculate in this world but devotion, man. Devotion makes you immaculate. Devotion cleanses you, cleanses your heart, cleanses your mind. And then we can understand the absolute truth. Otherwise we cannot understand it. We've got to be cleansed. See, by this influence, this association with real devotees, real associates. Krishna, Hare Krishna. whose luster is glittering golden, whose eyes are as widespread as petals of a lotus, whose beautiful arms extend to his excellent knees, and who munificently distributes the myriad mellows of devotion by delightfully dancing. So that's great. We'll stop here on this verse. I'm going to take a little break, man. Thank you very much for coming, everybody, and see you soon. I don't think we have any questions here. Wow, wow, wow. That realization of Guru working through song. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for coming, everybody, and we'll see you soon.